Today on How to Drink, we're going to Walt Disney World in search of the best drinks, and I find some of the worst drinks. It goes both ways down there. I'm going downright swimming in Uncle Walt's nightmarish booze locker from hell. Caveat here, there's no way for me to drink every single drink at Walt Disney World. There are a lot of them. But I leaned on the internet. I got some recommendations from Twitter in my comments. I got some recommendations from my Patreon in our Discord, and I used that as a guide. I'm gonna check them out. I'm gonna check out everything else I can along the way. There's something for everybody here. If you love Walt Disney World and you're thinking about going back, or you're going again, or you're going for the first time, useful information about what to drink down there. If you hate Disney World and you just want to see somebody miserably slogging through sugary, sweet theme park drinks, come along. And through it all, we're not gonna get sued. We are not gonna get sued. Today on How to Drink, not getting sued. So it wasn't part of my original plan, but I was right there at Gaston's. I think we were refilling water bottles. You can do that there. It was a hot day. You can go inside and get free water. And I thought, I should probably check out Lefou's Brew. It's non-alcoholic. 1 or 2 representations of non-alcoholic beverages is not a bad idea in our show. So I did check it out. So here we go. I'll start with the fruit foam. It's passion fruit foam. It's passion fruit foam. I like passion fruit. As expected, that's disgusting. It's a apple juice slushy. I don't think I've had apple juice since I was 7, and I didn't want to have any now. It's not even like good cloudy cider. It's, well, I guess it's Minute Maid, but or something. It's garbage. I kind of like the passion fruit foam. I wonder if you can mix the two and kind of make something happen here. Nope, no way. It's terrible. Don't get the Lefou Brew. Bad news. We went from Lefou's, though, in Fantasyland over to Adventureland for lunch at the Skipper's Canteen Company. I'd eaten there before. There weren't drinks on the menu way back then. This was actually my second time eating there. I was really pleasantly surprised with the food, and I was really shocked to find that they now had cocktails on the menu and that they were cocktails.
And I wasn't coming in to review cocktails, but I have to now. So here is their margarita. That's a pretty good margarita.
And our flights at...
That's fine. It's a good margarita. Might be a little pineapple in there. I'm not looking at the menu, so I don't know off the top of my head. I had Jungle Bird on the menu, which I'm always shocked to see anywhere. That's a real Jungle Bird. It's a little wet. It's actually better for me because I don't really like a super punchy Jungle Bird with a hot amount of Campari in it. I'm shocked because this is kind of a... this is the Magic Kingdom. I'm in the Magic Kingdom. I have not really given much attention to the cocktails at the Magic Kingdom or at Walt Disney World in general for many years, other than to go to Trader Sam's. In that time, I'm finding that the drinks have gotten a lot better, kind of, everywhere.
Over in Epcot, there's a lot of drinks. Some people make a thing about drinking around the world. How to Drink hasn't done that episode yet. Maybe we should. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could make it. Yeah, I don't know. Never tried it. I have seen the aftermaths of it, though, many times. A lot of people like Food and Wine. Not a fan. I'm more Flower and Garden Festival. Anyway, there's a few places that you're supposed to drink over there. One of which, I think the top level of which, people love the Cava Del Tequila. Is it No, it's Los Cava or La Cava. It's either Los Cava or La Cava Del Tequila. And that is in the Mexico Pavilion of World Showcase. Check them out. They had a few drinks on the menu. A lot of people really liked the avocado margarita. I had a different favorite.
So I'm at La Cava Del Tequila in Mexico. They're actually making this smoky thing for me behind me. Oh my God, look at this thing coming in here. Jeez. Oh, okay. Here's one of those guys. That's fun. This is that smoky thing. I think it's called a lily. Let's see how it is. Oh. Very floral. Very, very, very floral. It's like drinking flowers. Not really my thing. Everybody told me I have to try this avocado margarita, which I'm highly suspicious of. I feel like I've had drinks with avocado in it before, and I was not a fan, so this one may not be for me. Let's see if it's for me. Oh, okay. It's a lot better than you would think. So it almost has the texture of like a frozen margarita. I don't know if I taste avocado. It's just kind of a sweet margarita. Enjoyed it. There's a chili rim. See, that was spice. Much better. There's like an extra buttery note in there. I don't know. It's not my thing, but it's okay. This is, I'll have to put up the name on page. I got this for my kid. It's just off camera. This is their mocktail. They have like one of them. Honestly, it's the best thing I've had so far. Relatively dry, a lot of dimensionality to it. It's got some evolution, mild floral notes, a little bit of spicy notes. Really unusual. The most nuanced drink I've had yet, and then you get a kickback of rose at the very end. It's kind of cool. This is the Paloma. You can get it with mezcal or tequila, or one tequila. I like that. I like that. I put a spicy rim on it, and it's pretty dry. It's cool. It's not exactly traditional. Traditionally, a Paloma is a lot sweeter than that. This is pretty upfront placing. I like it a lot. That's a cool Paloma. That would be my drink so far. This is the Black Magic. It was apparently invented by Neil Patrick Harris. I've been told to have low expectations. Oh man. It's like a smoked grape juice slushy. This one is... Neil should stick to acting, I think. I love stick to acting.
I didn't know about this spot, but a lot of people told me, and thank you, about Nomad Lounge over in Animal Kingdom.
I felt like the most drinks a single person could order at once would be 4. This is the Night Monkey, which a lot of people told me was their favorite drink here. It's a nice drink. That's good. A lot of passion fruit. I don't know what else is going on there. Is that like... I don't have the menu in front of me. There's like tea floating on the surface here. I would finish this drink and I would finish it fast. That's a good drink. I think this was some kind of a ginger beer thing with a glowing novelty. You can't detect the alcohol in there, whatever it is. It just tastes like a nice ginger beer. Very light, not too hot, not too not hot. It's a little nice wet ginger beer with a strobe light that is in danger of triggering my epilepsy. I was told this is one of their most popular drinks called Tempting Tigress. It's their version of an old-fashioned. That's a cool drink. Okay, that's right, this had tamarind syrup. The only problem with it is that it's on theme park ice. It's the wrong kind of drink to have in the middle of a theme park that you're walking around in on a hot day. I can't finish this drink, but I like this drink a lot. And I really want to make this one at home. There's very nice presence from the whiskey, the bourbon, I believe. And then there's like a shot of black pepper in there. And when it resolves into a really interesting, well, I guess tamarind, kind of spiced herb thing. Oh, you know what? I think this had St. Elizabeth allspice dram in here too, which is a really cool idea. No, this is a fun drink. It just needs to be put on better ice. And I think this is the Lamu libation. It's the first thing on their menu. There's a float of 151 on top. I asked for that. I should not have just put my lips to that and sucked. Let's try it the way you're supposed to with a straw. Yeah, I'm not into this. This is primarily gonna taste like banana and orange juice. It's like a orange banana smoothie that I suppose has alcohol in it. I mean, I know it does. That's that 151 on top. I'm not into this. So like, that's the thing. I'm a little bit stumped in this quest because I was hoping to be able to come up with like, oh, these are the guidelines for what you should order. These are the places you should order at. It's gonna be rougher than I thought because like a lot of places have some really good drinks on the menu and then they have some really bad drinks on the same menu. Not that this is terrible, but it's, I would call it elevated, they're great. And I can't drink every single thing here unless I become a full-time Disney blogger. Do you want me to become a full-time Disney blogger? It's a thought.
You know, there's one thing I want to point out here, which is that, you know, there's kind of a curve to grading these things. When you're at a theme park, your expectations are reduced. So anything that was pretty good to very good suddenly becomes very good to holy shit, this is amazing. But I like the drinks at Nomad Lounge so much that originally in this episode, I was going to remake that Tempting Tigress. It is a super cool drink that I think people, and also specifically me, need to know how to make. But frankly, there is a limit to how long episodes of How to Drink should be, and we're only about halfway through the review portion of my trip to Disney right now. So there's a part 2 of this that's going to come out next week where I'll be remaking some of those drinks at Disney World and upgrading and fixing them. And even though I am not making drinks in this one, I kind of do need to let you know that when I do, I'll be using Whiskey glassware because their glasses are beautiful and they are the official glassware provider of How to Drink. And I gotta let you know that you'll get 15% off of any of the beautiful glasses I use on the show by using the link in the pin comment below or up here in the corner and using code HowToDrink15 at checkout. All the drinks on the menu at the Nomad Lounge were pretty darn impressive. And this was true of basically everything I had at Nomad Lounge. And from our experience, the lounge was not busy. Like, it was pretty empty in there, and it was a very comfortable room with a really nice, like, you know, bright windows and like vibe. Like, the whole thing was good. We ordered a bunch of hors d'oeuvres, you know, small plates and stuff like that. The kids loved it. At some point, we made our way over to Oga's Cantina. I had been there before. We were there actually like the first 2 weeks that Galaxy's Edge opened. Wasn't planned. It was by coincidence. I remember like we were there when like some of the big wigs apparently were touring it and being like, "Oh wow, this is great. We really did a good job here." And we thought it was incredible, but that may have been because we were there when they were putting on a show for like the fancies. You know, there was like characters running around having laser battles in the middle of the street, and every couple of seconds Ray was like running across a rooftop being followed by First Order soldiers and stuff like that. It was very cool. That first trip to Galaxy's Edge was about as close to a religious experience as I've ever had. Look, man, if you're into Star Wars and you want to go into the Mos Eisley Cantina at some point in your life, you can't really go wrong. The drinks there are some good, some bad. They're theme parky. These are the drinks that I had at Oga's Cantina.
All right, so this is the Jedi Mind Trick. It's probably my favorite drink on this menu so far. It's grapefruit, falernum, your principal things, mainly grapefruit. And grapefruit's always refreshing. It's nice. All right, this is a Blue Bantha. It's a non-alcoholic beverage. It's basically the blue milk from outside. It comes with this cookie on top though, so I got that for my kid. This is, what the heck is this thing? A Yub Nub. This is the Yub Nub. This is the Yub Nub. Yeah, it's like a citrus tiki drink kind of thing. It's pretty okay. Not very, I mean look, none of these drinks are phenomenal, but none of them are bad either. Okay, I got a Bespin Fizz here. I take it back, some of these drinks are bad. I'm not into this one at all. It's like hyper sweet cranberry juice, kind of. That's the vibe I get on it. I don't know if that's actually what's in it. Oga's Obsession. That is a lot of sugar. That is, it's like if Pop Rocks is a breakfast cereal. All right, this is a Dagobah Flooring Slinger. I'm not really into that. That's very sweet. It's like orange juice or something. I think this is the Jedi Mind Trick. You know what? I actually really like it. That's kind of got a interesting grapefruit tiki vibe. It just falernum, the grapefruit vodka in there. It's kind of cool. I don't think any of them are very bad. The Bantha milk is bad. That tastes like suntan lotion. I mean, that's a non-alcoholic drink for kids, basically, but ooh, that was gross. All right, so I'm just coming out of Oga's Cantina, and most of the drinks, none of the drinks are bad. They were just, you know, one-dimensional. I really liked the Jedi Mind Trick, and I liked the Yub Nub. I thought they were both fine. The Jedi Mind Trick was actually surprisingly not overly sweet, which is really what you're looking for in a theme park drink most of the time. Previously on the show, actually like right when it opened up, because I had been there just by coincidence, we did an episode where I kind of recreated all of the drinks I could from Oga's Cantina. I actually think we may have done almost everything on the menu. I'm gonna throw a link up here and there to that. If you're interested in those drinks, check them out. They are fun and they're cool, man. They're just cool drinks. I gotta move on though, because a lot of people cited Jock Lindsey's at Disney Springs as like some of the best drinks on property. Jock Lindsey, he's the biplane pilot in Raiders of the Lost Ark at the very beginning. They told me I gotta try out the drinks there, and I did. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a seat inside. It is what it is. I ordered a Night Monkey based on recommendations somebody gave me, I think on Twitter. It starts out good. It's like a passion fruit banana tropical thing. It takes a real weird turn towards the end that I deeply hate. This is a really gross review. It tastes like coughing up tonsil stones. Not good. It takes like a weird pukey turn, that night monkey thing. I don't think that's how it's supposed to taste. I think something might be wrong with this one. This is some rummy barnstormer thing. It's a dark and stormy. It's a dark and stormy. No real complaint there. It's not often that you see a Singapore sling on a menu, so I wanted to try it. Let's see how it goes. It's a pretty decent Singapore sling. It's pretty decent. I got this, I forget what it's called on the menu, but it's a pisco sour. I was interested because it said it had pasteurized egg whites, and I'm always surprised to see egg whites in a cocktail at basically a theme park restaurant. The texture could be better, but let's see how it is. It's dry. Huh, I kind of like that, honestly. And this is a crazy thing. I think that could be sweeter, and that's saying something because I'm at a Disney property. It could have a better mouthfeel for an egg white sour, but it's okay. It's better than okay. It's pretty decent. So far, the drinks here are okay. I do think that there's something wrong with this night monkey. I don't think that's supposed to taste like it. The problem with this place is that you have to come to Disney Springs, which is like the worst place I can imagine. I truly hate being here. It's a big hot shopping mall it's loud and it's very crowded. And I feel like everybody's just a hateful energy to it. It's not like the Magic Kingdom where everybody's really happy to be there. Nobody wants to be here. But you got to go through security to get into it. I don't know if that's common at a lot of malls. I'm not used to that. It's a pain in the fucking ass. So even if the drinks here are pretty good, and so far they're actually not too bad, I don't want to come here.
This next drink is a Disney classic. It's a mainstay. It's a staple. People make it a rite of passage to go down there and get it. It's been on the menu at the Polynesian since it opened in 71, if I'm not mistaken. The Poly may have not opened until 72, or maybe this wasn't added to the menu until 72. For some reason, 72 is swimming in my mind. But the Lapu, this is a big old tiki drink that is served in a pineapple. And I had it.
It's very fruity. It's very unbalanced. It's very sweet. I'm not a fan. It kind of tastes like you took a bunch of flowers and Hawaiian punch and hid some rum in it. It's like pog juice in there.
The Lapu at the Polynesian is not the world's greatest drink. I think you should order one. It's kind of a rite of passage. It's been on the menu since 71. It's what you're going to expect. Like I've said many times, the good drinks at the Polynesian are downstairs at Trader Sam's, and those are the good drinks on property. They are fantastic. And if you don't like tiki drinks, skip it, because they're about tiki drinks. My wife and I love it. The decor is awesome. There are effects. There is audience participation, so to speak. The bartenders really enjoy working there, as far as I can tell, or if they don't, they're putting on a good show. And the drinks are never disappointing. So there's a bar at the Boardwalk area called Abracadabar. It is a stage magician, an illusionist themed bar. They're trying to be kind of just a place to get classic cocktails. We went there. We checked it out.
This is the Coney Negroni, which was strongly recommended to me. I don't know why they call it a Negroni, because this is a Boulevardier. It's okay. It's far from the best Boulevardier I've ever had. It's kind of wet. It's a little, all the flavors are muted in it. The missus had a drink, whom you've never met, likes a Tom Collins. So she ordered the Collins Double, which is in this guy. There's not enough lemon. This Collins is really weakened. It just feels, I don't even weaken the fact that there's like low amounts of gin in it. It means like a weak flavor profile. It's not very concentrated. I mean, I don't know if it's an intentional choice or not. I could see this appealing to somebody who has not had these kinds of cocktails in a real top-notch bar. Like Training Wheels versions, maybe. Flavors are muted. I would expect a Boulevardier to really be an intense flavor profile, and a Collins to be sharply lemony and fizzing, and here it's kind of flat, kind of weak. I was gonna try some other stuff on the menu, but I think probably I get it, and we might just move them.
They're just not equipped to make those kinds of drinks in there. Those classic cocktails, to be really good, they require big, bold flavors, good ice, fresh juices. They require no use of sour mix. For me, it was worse than other places because they're not bad drinks presented well, they're good drinks presented badly. But you know, there's drinks at a lot of the hotels on property, and I went around and I had several of them.
Some people told me that there were drinks right here at Sanaa, at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, that I should really check out. Sanaa is a restaurant. I used to enjoy this place a lot. We haven't eaten here in years, but we're going to check it out tonight. I'm really excited to go back in there, check out a couple of these drinks that you all said were so good. So let's go. This drink is the African Star Mojito. As you can see, it was strongly recommended. People told me it was a really good drink. It's a little sweet for a mojito, but it's definitely a mojito. I've had way worse drinks at theme parks. It's not the greatest drink I've ever had, but I'm enjoying it. I don't know what makes it unique. Could be a mild vanilla note in there. I'm not looking at the recipe, so I couldn't tell you. Oh, there might be a little velvet falernum in here. There's like a weird cinnamon note. I like that. That's just coming through now. This is really good. It could be a little less sweet, but it's really good.
One of my favorite resorts to stay at is the Old Key West Resort. They have a restaurant called Olivia's that makes pretty good food, actually. And they had a cocktail on the menu. When I walked in there that day, they had an advertisement for it. It was the Thai Basil Fizz. Never seen that on there before. Had to try it out, gave it a shot.
This doesn't look like a fizz at all, so let's give it a shot. The only thing I know about it is that I remember was that it's got Screwball peanut butter whiskey in it, and I'm always looking for uses for that stuff since you always ask me that. Okay, it is a fizz. That's weird. That's a goddamn weird drink because it's like ginger and peanut. It's interesting. It's pretty sweet. It's a combination of sweet, hot ginger, and peanut butter. You know what? If you ever go get like one of those crystallized ginger candies and then wrap it in a peanut butter cup and eat it, if that's like a thing you do, you're gonna love this drink. I don't think that that's a thing you do. It would be hard to call it the worst thing I ever drank though.
We are huge fans of the Wilderness Lodge, love the theming, super fun, kids love it. There's a outside dining establishment there now called Geyser Point Grill, which is cool. It's sort of an open air, is it a sports bar? Do they show sports on the TVs? I don't know. But it has sports bar vibes, if that makes any sense. But it was a good place to eat. You know, they had good food for the kids. I got a couple picky eaters, and their menu really hit it for us. And they had a couple of drinks on the menu, so I checked them out.
This is a huckleberry something or other that was strongly encouraged for me to drink. That's somebody's drink. It's kind of like Welch's grape juice, honestly. It's not for me. I hate that. I don't think you're gonna like it either. This is a black cherry mule, which actually sounded really cool. I like the idea of a black cherry mule. It's a fine mule. I don't taste much black cherry in it. Good mule. I mean, the black cherry is visibly in there. I grabbed a straw. Maybe it's just sitting on the bottom. All I'm getting is ginger, but that seems fine. It's a mule. If you like a mule, you'll like this. Anyway, doesn't really matter because this is actually a really great place to sit down and hang out, enjoy a bite, which is what I'm gonna go do right now.
There are a lot of drinks at Walt Disney World, and there was no way for me to get through them all. These were the ones that were recommended to me, and also the ones I just came across, and a few that I sought out for my own purposes. Some of the ones that were recommended to me, they were worthy of their recommendations. Some of them I have to disagree. I don't think that they were as good as people said that they were. They were in fact quite bad. There was a couple of surprises here and there. You know, I really liked that non-alcoholic drink at the Cava Tequila. I thought that was probably one of the best drinks I had on property that wasn't at Trader Sam's. I was very, very surprised to find cocktails at the Skipper Canteen Company and that they were good drinks by and large. I mean, bad ice, but good drinks. I will say, Nomad Lounge at Tiffin's in Animal Kingdom, unbelievable, fantastic, really, really good. Jock Lindsey's, really, really good, or good enough, but maybe not good enough to drag me into downtown Disney, Disney Spring. A few of those drinks were inspiring. A few of those drinks gave me ideas that we're going to have to explore in another episode. A few of those drinks deserve to be either upgraded, improved upon, or simply remade and presented. And we're saving that for another episode. So I'll see you with that next time on How to Drink. Until then, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you like the show and you want to support the show and you want more of the show and you want more behind the scenes, you want personal tidbits, you want to hang out in my Discord server and shoot the shit with like-minded peoples and myself, you can get all of that and more, I guess, at Patreon. We have a Patreon and you can sign up and join it. And I'll see you there. And thank you so much if you love the show that much. I feel weird asking people to give me money for that stuff. But This is what we do here on YouTube.